The power of failure. Failure is often thought of as a negative thing, but it can actually be incredibly powerful. It is far better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation, for failure can lead to new and innovative ideas. In this video, we will explore the power of failure and how it can be used to achieve success. We will look at how those who have failed can learn from their mistakes and use them to propel themselves forward. Finally, we will examine the importance of taking risks and embracing failure as an essential part of any journey. What is failure? Failure is an unavoidable part of life. It's a natural consequence of taking risks and pushing yourself to reach for something bigger. Failure is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. Failure can be devastating, but it can also be empowering. It teaches us valuable lessons about our strengths and weaknesses and forces us to look inward and gain greater understanding of ourselves. It can push us to think outside the box and explore creative solutions to our challenges. When we fail, we have the opportunity to do better next time. We have the chance to take what we've learned and apply it to our future endeavors. We can take comfort in knowing that failure does not mean we are failures. Instead, it means that we are resilient and capable of overcoming obstacles. Ultimately, failure can be the catalyst for success if we choose to see it as such. We can use it to empower ourselves and embrace our mistakes as opportunities for growth. When we understand the power of failure, we can boldly pursue our dreams without fear of failure holding us back. Why is failure important? Failure is an essential part of life that can lead to success. It's often the most difficult step in any endeavor, and yet it's often what allows us to learn, grow, and reach our fullest potential. Failure gives us a chance to reflect on our past experiences and use them as stepping stones towards better results. It forces us to be creative, think outside the box, and come up with new ideas. Failure can be used as a tool to discover our true passions and to truly become original thinkers. It also teaches us resilience and builds character as we learn to pick ourselves up after a setback and move forward. Failure is a great teacher. It teaches us how to take risks and become more successful in the future. Learning from our mistakes is invaluable for personal growth, allowing us to have a greater appreciation for our successes. Being able to fail without fear of judgment or criticism helps us develop our own unique style, which can lead to greater success. Ultimately, failure is an important part of life that should not be feared but embraced. It's a valuable lesson that can help us achieve success if we're willing to learn from it and move forward. So don't be afraid to fail, because you never know what amazing things you might accomplish in the end. How can you use failure to your advantage? Failure is a natural part of life, and it can be an important tool for learning and growth. It can help you recognize where you need to improve, and create motivation for you to do so. It can also give you the confidence to take risks and pursue your goals with a newfound sense of determination. When faced with failure, it's easy to get discouraged and give up, but if you instead use it as a learning experience, you can become more resilient and find success in the future. Failure can also give you the courage to take risks that you wouldn't otherwise take, as well as a greater appreciation for the hard work required to reach success. It's important to remember that it's okay to make mistakes, because they can help you recognize your weaknesses and become better in the long run. It's also important to look at failure as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become more creative. Instead of trying to replicate someone else's success, strive to be original and innovate in your own way. This is the true power of failure, the chance to try something new, experiment, and ultimately come out on top. What are some famous failures? Failure is something that we all experience at some point in our lives, and it can often be difficult to get past. However, failure can also be a powerful motivator, inspiring us to strive for something greater. Some of the world's most successful people have come from humble beginnings, having experienced countless failures along their paths to success. There are plenty of famous failures that can be drawn upon as examples of resilience and dedication. Some of the most notable are Albert Einstein. Despite not being a stellar student, Einstein went on to become one of the most influential figures in the history of science. His theories revolutionized the way we understand the universe, and his legacy will endure for centuries to come. Walt Disney. Before becoming one of the most iconic entrepreneurs in history, Disney was fired by a newspaper editor for lack of creativity. After many failed projects and bankruptcies, Disney eventually found success with his groundbreaking cartoon series Mickey Mouse and his many other creative endeavors. Steve Jobs. After being forced out of Apple, the company he founded, Jobs bounced back to lead Apple to its highest heights yet. His entrepreneurial spirit has inspired countless others around the world. These stories show us that failure is not an endpoint, but merely a stepping stone towards greatness. With hard work, dedication and perseverance, failure can be transformed into success. How can you learn from your failures? Failure can be a difficult concept to grapple with, especially when our society is so focused on celebrating success. We're taught that it's wrong to make mistakes, and failure is seen as a sign of incompetence or inability. But failing can actually be a powerful learning experience. In fact, it can be a key to unlocking innovation and creativity. One of the most important lessons failure teaches us is how to be resilient. The ability to persevere in the face of adversity is one of the greatest attributes anyone can have, and failure can be a powerful motivator for pushing through challenging situations. Failing doesn't mean giving up, instead, it can be seen as a stepping stone towards success. Failure also teaches us to value our own ideas and think outside the box. When we fail, it can make us question our assumptions and try something new. We may even start to embrace ideas and strategies we would have never considered before, leading to creative solutions and innovative outcomes. Finally, failure encourages us to look at the bigger picture and understand our own strengths and weaknesses. It can help us identify areas where we need to improve, and make changes that will set us up for success in the future. Learning from our failures can be hard, but with the right mindset, it can also be incredibly rewarding. By understanding how to use failure as a tool for growth, we can unlock our creativity and open up new opportunities for ourselves.